Hey, guys, how are you? We are clearly in the month of December, right, buddy? So, you know what? I wanted to just pop in here and talk about simple systems. Okay, so I talk with a lot of entrepreneurs in many different fields, service industry, product based, from cars to homes to direct sales to brick and mortar. And there's one thing that I hear all of the time, and that is I don't want to sound pushy. I also hear a lot of, I just feel overwhelmed. I'm not sure how to follow up or when to follow up, how many times to reach out to someone. Is that appropriate before you sound pushy? Do I even need to follow up? Because, hey, if they don't answer me, I guess they're not interested. So all of this comes down to simple systems and a proven systems for sales, almost like a recipe. Listen, I'm not a cook, okay? I like the microwave, the magic hot box. That's what I cook in. I just tell you a quick story. So I do like to laugh a lot. So my husband will come home and, he acts like we're in the 1950s and he's like, hey, baby, is dinner ready? And I'm like, I've slaved over the hot box all day for you. Anyway, so I just want to tell you, so when I talk with entrepreneurs and salespeople, when I hear this, it makes me realize something. You don't have a system, a very simple strategy that you know what to do with people once you meet them, once they become your customer. How do you know when to reach out? How do you know who showed up for an event, who did not show up for an event? How do you know where that lead is that maybe you have in the bottom of your purse before the pandemic? Or where's your referral program? How do you reach out to these people? So selling in my mind is about blessing others. And I call it the hashtag blessing method. I'm not here to twist anyone's arm, okay? What I am here to do is to serve others. And the way I do that is by helping them with their particular need. I have been great at sales for many years. I've perfected this craft and I've learned many different things of what to do and what not to do. And one of the things that I've learned not to do is to try to keep everything in your noggin, okay? As I know, especially women, we can juggle so many things, but it is more effective if you have some type of tracking system, whether it's pen to paper or whether it's online on your phone, or maybe it's both. But keeping it all in your noggin is not effective. I can guarantee you, if I said to you right now, on August 3rd, I know that you had an event. How many people showed up? How many people registered? How many people provided feedback? And you're like, oh, I don't know. You know what? You don't seem to have a system of how you can easily access that information. Those people in August, right, that maybe didn't show up to the event or didn't purchase, you know what? It's a different buying cycle right now. Maybe they're like, who's that? Who is that girl? Who is that man I was talking to? I really could use that product right now. But because you have not followed up, I can tell you what's going to happen. They're still thinking about that product. They're ready to buy. And the next person who offers it to them, they will become their customer and maybe even their customer for life. So being unorganized or not having an effective tracking system to never lose a lead, and also not having an effective sales process, is actually leaving money on the table for you. So do you want to pay money for advertising if you're brick and mortar? Do you want to spend time reaching out? Maybe you're doing cold leads. I'm more about, doing a relationship business. But whatever your method is, if you are putting forth any effort, do you want that effort to pay off in months and years to come? Or are you just looking for that quick fix at this moment that you're going to message 20 people and whoever responds is the person that you sell to? Or are you going to make those 20 people, are you going to remember who they are? And are you going to reach out to them again with a proven method? So simple systems are so important and so effective. And I'm very surprised, to be honest, how many people who own a business, their livelihood depends on the money, or they have a business and they're like, you know what? I don't really care about money. Guys, if you're one of those people who's like, you know what, I'm just doing it because I like it, it's just fun. Well, guess what? Your customers are treating it like a business and they're expecting certain things from you. I just realized I don't have lipstick on. I can see I get distracted easily. Did you guys notice that? Anyway, so your customers are expecting you to treat it like a business. So when you don't show up like a business person, it actually leaves a bad taste in their mouth. And if you're a rep for a company and you do that to people and you don't follow up and, it leaves a bad taste in their mouth about that company. So I encourage you, if you're watching me right now, clearly you want to make money. And if you don't want that money for yourself, I meet so many people, and I'm really surprised how many people have like a weird money story. I know I used to, and you just don't want to talk about money. You don't want to talk about how much you need. And let me just say to you, especially women, I grew up with a mom who was a single mom, no child support. She worked 3 jobs. So my relationship with money was very cloudy when I was younger. I don't know, it kind of scared me about money because I didn't know what to do with it. Didn't have those skills to save and to do things like that. But now that I understand about money, and you know what it does for you? It buys you choices. It buys you a choice of where you live, how you're sleeping at night. Because if you have bills, I've been there, done that. I was grinding my teeth so much because I was stressed out about bill collectors and bills. I had one of those night guards made. I actually ground through it within the first few days. The dentist said it was like a world record. Okay. So if you are so tense because you want your business to work so much, but you refuse to think about money, we got a little disconnect in your system. Okay. Money, guys, money. Think about it this way. If you had extra money right now in your pocket, what would you do with it? I can tell you what I'm doing with mine is I'm blessing senior citizens across the United States, and I'm ensuring that they have gifts on Christmas morning. I am going to make sure that people in my community have turkeys for Christmas, okay? There's going to be food for Hanukkah. That is what I do with my extra money. Extra money isn't bad. You can bless more people. So the more money you make, the more impact you can have on your community. And I don't know if you thought about it that way, but I would challenge you, please, to think about it, because you know what? God has given you gifts, okay? And He's given you a burning desire inside of your heart for this business that you want to take off or to take to the next level. So I encourage you to find this simple system. Have a chat with me. Let's just see how I can help and how I can serve you. I'm giving away 15-minute business consults this weekend. So you can just schedule that with me. If you look above or below, you're going to see the link. Just have a little chit chat or just look and see what I offer. We just came off of a 5-day boot camp. Our last question and answer is at 1 o'clock today. And the women are telling me they really enjoyed it. And they said what the difference was between my course and others is that the other courses were basically, you sit back and you listen. Mine was action based. I'm expecting you to do action, right? Because I'm there to help you to answer your questions, right? Get into action and start making even more money. Get into action and perfect your systems. There should be no holes in there where you're losing people or losing money. Just give awesome, awesome customer service. And sometimes you can't because you don't even know where your customer list is. You don't know when Sally bought the last time, or maybe you invited people to parties or to events or to showings if you're a realtor, and now it's been so long that you feel kind of icky and weird about reaching out. I can teach you the words to say to make that person feel awesome when you reach back out to them. So my method is definitely different than others. Again, it's called the #blessing method, and I would love to share more about it. And if you're interested in learning my simple sales techniques, not next week, but the following week, I have a course coming up, and it's 12 weeks, and we're going to narrow it down, and you're going to hear those keywords, and you're going to get your system in place to find out where there's some loopholes, where you might be lacking in some areas, so you can fill in those little gaps and take your sales to the next level. I hope this was helpful to you. Please comment below and let me know what your takeaway was. What is it that you feel like you need a little help with, or what are you confused on? And I'd love to hear from you. All right, guys, bye. Again, happy Saturday. It's Erica B. Sound it off.